woman. She was in the drive-thru. She looked like she was in her 60s or 70s or something. And I asked her, I said, why are you still working at a fast food restaurant with all them kids in there? And she told me point blank period that her daughter was out there on that meth, and she had to take responsibility for 4 grandchildren because her daughter was in fucking rehab, and she didn't want her grandkids to go into state custody. And she was retired, and she had to come back out of retirement and work at McDonald's just so she could, pay for the kids' school clothes because her pension paid for the lights and the water. But she worked at McDonald's on third shift because her grandbabies needed school clothes. And I respected that woman, but I was thinking to myself, because I got a grandbaby. And I love my grandbaby to death, and it ain't nothing in the world I wouldn't do for my grandbaby. You feel me? But at a certain point, you got to realize that I tell my children all the time, if you can't afford to have a child, then you shouldn't be out there fucking. They sell rubbers in the store for $4.50 a box, man. If you ain't got the money, ask me. If you gonna call me and tell me to cash up you something, tell me to cash up you some money so you can buy you a box of rubbers so you won't make a child that I gotta take care of because you ain't responsible to take care of that child. When a motherfucker asks me for some money, tell me to cash up you some money for a rubber so you won't make that mistake and bring something in this world that you know you can't. A motherfucker tell you to cash up you some money so they can buy some pussy. They'll tell you to cash up you some money so they can get a hotel room. But you don't catch too many motherfuckers talking about cash up me some money so I can go get a rubber. I had a motherfucker tell me cash up him some money so he can get a bottle one night. I asked that motherfucker, I said, man, did you buy you some rubbers before you bought that bottle? That motherfucker said, man, I don't get down like that, man. I wanted to feel it. And I'm thinking to myself this right here, man. There's a lot of motherfuckers in this world that holler out they want to feel it. But you don't want to feel that motherfucking disease that might come behind that motherfucking burning sensation. You don't want to feel it until you find out that bad bitch been traveling around the world selling pussy and somebody gave her that pack while she was on her world tour and she dropped that motherfucker off on you, man. There's a lot of motherfuckers that get caught up in them situations where you be full of that alcohol and get horny and you ain't thinking clearly about the decisions you're making. That motherfucking liquor make a motherfucker fuck a hole in a tree and wake up the next